This is a Trump failure, and Republicans know it. After years of promising to destroy Obamacare, Trump's own party just did the opposite. Republican senators voted to protect healthcare subsidies, the very thing Trump swore he would kill. And now conservatives are furious. The GOP is split. And the truth is painfully obvious. Trump didn't defeat Obamacare. Obamacare defeated Trump. This isn't strategy. This isn't compromise. This is what losing looks like. Quietly, awkwardly, and on camera. For nearly a decade, Donald Trump sold one of the simplest political promises in modern American history: repeal Obamacare. 3 words, easy to chant, easy to tweet, easy to weaponize. Obamacare was framed as everything Republicans claim to hate: big government, wasteful spending, socialism in a suit and tie. Trump didn't just oppose it, he made opposition to it a loyalty test. And yet today, something extraordinary happened. Republican senators, real ones, elected ones, with R next to their names, voted to protect the Affordable Care Act's health insurance subsidies. Not to replace them, not to sunset them, to keep them. And that moment, quietly buried under legislative language, exposed one of the clearest failures of Trump's political legacy. The vote that Trump was never supposed to lose. This wasn't supposed to happen, not in Trump's Republican Party. For years, the script was clear. Obamacare, bad repeal. Good Democrats, evil Republicans united. But reality intervened. The subsidies in question lower monthly health insurance premiums for millions of Americans. Without them, costs rise fast. Coverage disappears. Voters feel it immediately, in their wallets, their hospitals, and their families. Republican senators like Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski saw the math. Dan Sullivan saw it. Even Josh Hawley, self-branded populist warrior, saw it. And they made a decision Trump never wanted them to make. They chose governing over grandstanding. Conservatives melt down. The conservative reaction was instant and furious. Right-wing commentators accused these senators of betrayal. Activists screamed, "Rhino." MAGA influencers declared the GOP was being infiltrated by Obamacare lovers. Because in Trump world, there is no room for nuance. You either destroy Obamacare, or you're a traitor. But here's the problem conservatives can't escape. These senators didn't act out of weakness. They acted out of fear. Fear of voters. The secret Republicans won't say out loud. Here's the truth the GOP base refuses to accept. Obamacare didn't collapse. It didn't fail. It didn't implode like Trump promised. It survived. It became infrastructure. It became normal. It became popular. Millions of Americans rely on it. Entire state systems depend on it. Insurance markets are built around it. Hospitals plan budgets assuming it exists. Killing it now isn't bold, it's political suicide. And that's why this vote matters, because it proves Trump lost the war he claimed he already won. Trump's biggest policy defeat, still unfinished. Let's remember, Trump already tried this once. In his first term, Republicans had the House, the Senate, and the presidency. Full control, maximum power, and they still failed to repeal Obamacare. That failure wasn't an accident, it was a warning. Voters punished Republicans brutally in the midterms that followed. The backlash was swift and painful. Even Trump noticed, though he never admitted it. So now, years later, Republican senators are acting on the lesson Trump refuses to learn. Touch healthcare at your own risk. The GOP split in real time. This vote revealed the Republican Party is no longer one party. It's two. The performance wing, driven by Trump, outrage, purity tests, and slogans. The survival wing, senators who know voters don't live on Twitter and don't want their healthcare ripped away. The performance wing screams, repeal. The survival wing quietly votes, extend. And Trump hates that, because Trumpism depends on total loyalty, no cracks, no exceptions, no reality checks. Josh Hawley, the populist trap. Josh Hawley's support for protecting subsidies is especially revealing. Hawley markets himself as a populist conservative, pro-worker, anti-elite, defender of regular Americans. Supporting affordable healthcare fits that image. but it also explodes MAGA orthodoxy. So Hawley now exists in a contradiction Trump created, claimed to care about working families, while opposing the policies those families rely on. That contradiction can't survive long, and Trump knows it. Trump's silence is the loudest part. Notice something strange? Trump hasn't celebrated this vote. He hasn't claimed credit. He hasn't attacked it directly. Why? Because attacking it exposes the truth. Republicans are admitting, through action, that Trump's signature promise failed. This vote is a quiet confession. Repeal and replace. Without the replace. For years, Republicans promised a better plan. They never showed it. They never agreed on it. They never passed it. Because there wasn't one. Repeal was easy to chant. Replacement required governing. And Trump never built a governing coalition, only a cheering section. Democrats don't even have to try the most humiliating part for Republicans. Democrats didn't force this split. They didn't apply pressure. They didn't need to attack. They just waited and watched Republicans argue with reality. When your opponent defeats themselves, the smartest move is to step aside. This is what Trump's legacy looks like. Trump promised dominance. He promised strength. He promised victories so big people would get tired of winning. Instead, his party is quietly preserving the very law he vowed to destroy. That's not winning. That's retreat. Quiet, uncomfortable retreat. Conclusion: Obamacare survived Trump. So let's be honest about what happened here. This vote wasn't bipartisan cooperation. It wasn't moderation. It wasn't evolution. It was admission. Admission that Obamacare is here to stay. Admission that Trump's greatest policy crusade failed. Admission that slogans don't govern countries. Consequences do. Trump didn't kill Obamacare. Obamacare outlasted Trump. And today, Republicans proved it, whether they wanted to or not.